this episode of Hello?
Is anybody out there?
Are you here yet?
I'm here.
Hey. Look at me.
Where'd you go?
Yeah, where'd you go? We're home. Hey. Hey. Look at me. We're home.
Thank you. On this episode of We're Home, I'm Drew Phillips.
I'm Enya Manzor.
And this is Unmedicated ADHD.
Ew.
Roll the intro.
We should redo the intro, but it's like us dancing around, and it's literally the most like opposite of what we would ever do to scare people.
Yeah.
Should we just make the intro like 10 minutes long that like it like cuts out the amount of time we have to talk?
Yes. We should also try doing like a normal episode. Like
what does that mean?
Like a normie podcast episode.
That would actually be so awesome, but I don't know, that would freak me out. It would be like yesterday how we both felt like super normal and it was like scaring us.
Yeah, like normal people scare me.
That's okay. I was gonna say that, but I was scared because like I don't want to offend the normal people.
Yeah, they scare
me. But
me.
like they scare me. Like something is wrong with them.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
No, normie core is gonna come back in a very big way very soon. Specifically for me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like age into like being normal pilled, and it's gonna be awesome.
I've been feeling that, but like normal as in like 1835, like no technology,
Victorian
like,
peasants.
Yeah, like that's the normalcy I'm going for. Like,
yeah.
Why do I need everything I have? Like, why do I need? Why don't I just accept what I have and like move on?
I want more and more and more and more, and it's such a bad habit because I have everything I need right in front of me.
Oh my god. Are you looking at me?
I'm looking at your boobs and vagina.
Okay. I thought you were like for once like talking about me as a person and not like a sexual like
That's impossible to talk about a female that way.
I'm more than like.
It only took me 5 seconds to be misogynistic this episode. Clap it up.
That's a good record for you. Like usually it's like immediate out the gate. You look at me and something just clicks in your head. Yesterday, me and Drew had literally like the most ghostly day I think we've had in a long time.
It was really crazy, and it felt. You know what it felt like? And I described it in the car, but it felt like I didn't say this, but it felt like we had taken Adderall, and like that is like who we were supposed to be, like without our like ailments, whatever's going on in our fucking brains. But like it was so dry, and like we really tried to like make it
spruce it up.
Yeah, we were like, let's go buy cactuses and be weird, and like
that still wasn't doing it. It was just like dead silent. And also for the first time ever, I wanted to go home so bad. But I was like, there's nothing there for me right now. And like, I will probably only deteriorate faster into like oblivion and like fall into Fortnite for 6 hours and like fully disconnect from my life. And then
right when you got home, you were like, oh my god, I can't wait to play Fortnite and forget I exist. And I was like, that is so fucking real.
Like that is literally why I like it so much, because I get to spend 3 hours not existing. And then I realized, because recently I've been better at playing with friends, but I realized I don't like playing with like friends who aren't in front of me or around me, because it feels like a lot of work to have to talk to them. And I'm like, I'm playing this game alone right now to forget I exist, not to talk to people I know in real life, because you don't exist when I'm here.
Yeah, it's
so
impossible.
Stop joining my party and watching me and trying to make me play with you, because I'm not going to play with you.
Yeah, how does like the chat room system work on Xbox and PlayStation? Like that shit doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, like how they could just tap you in and out?
Yeah, makes no sense. They need to add proximity chat to Fortnite.
I want to hear little kids screaming. I say that, but like I don't think the mass majority of people playing Fortnite anymore is kids. Like I think it's like a lot of adults.
I mean, yeah, it's like a lot of adults. I've been using this word so much, but it's like Fortnite's having its like renaissance with like older people.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think like it's still a lot of kids though, because like that's all my nephews, like what's crazy is the popular kids in school and like elementary and middle school, like they're like cool because they play video games and they play Fortnite.
That's so insane.
Yeah, which is just
But that's like with
how
like
it's changed.
Like iPhones now, like using your iPhone makes you cool, and it used to make you a loser who like wanted to get kidnapped.
Yeah.
Like, damn, what, you want to get kidnapped? You hate your family?
I
Why
literally
are you on your
did
iPhone?
want to get kidnapped. But like
but we were literally not real yesterday. It didn't linger fully into today, but I still don't feel like as real as I usually do. And what I said to Drew, like, we also didn't say anything to each other because I think we were doing the thing where both of us didn't feel very good, but we weren't trying to say it because we didn't want to like absorb, infect each other.
Yeah.
But I woke up and I was like, oh, we should go to the farmer's market because we like going to the farmer's market even though we don't really cook and there's no reason for us to be there. We just like being part of the community
and getting the vegetables and fruits, and we like letting them rot.
Yeah, just getting like 2 fruits each and putting them in a bowl and being like, oh, I can't wait to eat that, and then literally never eating it because we have object what is it called, permanence, and
that's
the
what
second we turn away from it, it doesn't exist, so you might as well have not fucking bought that fruit.
We had object permanence yesterday. That's what it was. Like,
what's the other one when you don't like lack of
maybe that's what it was
permanence?
Like I knew I was way too aware of my surroundings.
Yeah.
And like even trying to hold a conversation was just like far too much, and I like couldn't hear anything anybody was saying. But you know what I blame it on is fucking American Deli trying to murder me the night before. Y'all, we went to this restaurant, which is normally like, it's lit as fuck. It's normally so good.
It's good because it's a chicken wing spot.
Yeah. And I was like trying to be brave and bold, and I got a fucking hamburger from a burger. Yeah, and I'm not kidding. When I was eating it, I was like, damn, this is like really fucking good.
I know, he fucked it up. Like, it sat there forever because a bunch of friends were over and we were like, oh, let's like watch a movie and eat. And we were like sitting there and it took so long to like pick a movie. We didn't end up even watching a fucking movie because we couldn't decide on one.
It was so bad.
Everyone finished their food and I looked over to Drew and he finally put something on and put it down and like opened up his burger and was like, this is going to taste like shit. And I looked back 3 minutes later and it was literally gone.
I obliterated that fucking burger. And there was something in the fucking oil or the grease. I don't know what it was, but like almost immediately my stomach started cramping, and like it was like, oh, this is just like typical, like, oh, my stomach hurts every time I fucking eat food in general, like this is just what that is. But it kept like evolving, and it literally at one point I thought like I was having like a period or something, like my ovaries were like shedding, or the uterine was shedding its lining or whatever, the uterine lining, and I was like about to start bleeding through my penis tip. But like I literally was sitting there and I was trying so hard not to complain because I was like, dude, like I'm always complaining about something. Like, can I just shut the fuck for one time? And then it started getting serious, and like I was explaining it to Mason. I was like, I like my vision started like unfocusing, and like my eyes started wobbling. It was like really fucking scary. And then I started getting like cold sweats, and I was like,
anytime you describe your eyes wobbling, like I've never once in my life experienced that. So I like
it was a lot, and I was just like sitting there, and I like started like getting shortness of breath, and I was like, what the fuck is going on with me? And then I started getting like really fucking tired, and I was like, oh, maybe I just need a nap. And then I was just like, no, because like I don't want to ruin the vibe. And then something came over me where I like became a zombie, and I was just like looking at everybody, and like I couldn't understand what people were saying, and like I didn't know what was a joke and what was serious, and I just started getting like really insecure in my head. It was like I was having a fucking green out bad trip or something. So then I just walked out of my room.
Girl, you had the shroom burger.
Yeah, literally. I had the portobello shroom burger, but it was actually penis envy mushrooms. But I left the living room without saying a fucking word to anybody because I was like,
he literally disappeared. And then I was like, damn, that burger got his ass. Well, he literally just like left.
I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go lay down for a second, like, and just like recoup, and then I'll be fine. And I collapsed on the bed. Like I literally collapsed on the bed, like, you know, dead bodies, like when their arms are all literally me on the concrete in front of the house when I got too drunk. And I like started like feeling better, but I still felt like shit. But it was so weird. I was like having like closed-eyed hallucinations about like just like the worst shit possible, and I was like spiraling out of control. And like in that moment I literally was like, I should like go out there and tell them that I think I'm dying, and so they can take me to the hospital. But I was like, I always fucking do this, like I'm always like I'm dying, and then I fall asleep and wake up the next day and I'm fine. But for real, like I accepted death from that goddamn burger. I laid there for probably 30 minutes, like having like hallucinations from this grease or whatever. I don't know what the fuck was going on. And then I like rose and I was like,
there was a moment, pink sauce.
Yeah, literally the pink sauce. There was like a moment where I was like literally like trying to move my hands because I didn't know if it like had paralyzed me or something. And
You're the only person who can put yourself into sickness just from thinking about it.
And I literally was like trying to move my hands and I was like, oh my God, they're not moving. And then eventually like the synapses fired and it connected or some shit. And then I got under the covers because I was like, fuck, this is bad. And I just like kind of ruminated and had like an anxiety attack for like 2 hours because I was awake almost the entire time about like, oh, I'm like gonna die and they're gonna find my body in the morning and like all this shit. But no, I woke up. I really thought I was gonna die. I accepted death. I looked death in the face and survived.
I will say I also felt really fucking nauseous. Like when everybody left, I was gonna play Fortnite, but then I like felt not good and I was like, oh, and I started getting a really gnarly migraine. So I like got up and like got ready for bed and just went to go lay down. And after I showered and everything, by the time I got to my bed, I was on the phone and I literally was like, oh my God, I'm so nauseous that speaking makes me feel like I'm going to throw up. So I was like, I need to go. And I just like hung up and like knocked out because I was like, if I stay up any longer, I'm going to throw up. Also, I had to fall asleep sitting kind of like lifted up because if I laid down all the way, I felt really nauseous and like I was going to puke everywhere. But that's also because I had chicken wings and then a Carvel cake.
Hot dogs and bologna.
So I ate like a 12-year-old at a birthday party for the first time.
Yeah, it was really bad. And also on top of that, we ate like curry 3 days in a row for like every fucking meal, which like, don't get me wrong, it was fucking delicious and I would do it again. But I think that added on to it that like the curry
having
like
fried
coated
pork literally 2 times a day for 3 days is probably like not the best.
It like coated my insides and like by Steve.
But it's so yummy, and I literally would have curry again today.
Inside.
But yeah, we didn't feel real yesterday, and I think it's because of the food we ate, and we didn't say anything to each other. We like went. I was like, oh, let's go do this, and then like let's bring a book and read. And we read for a while, but then it was so fucking cold outside that I was like, we need to leave. And while I was driving us to the cactus store, I was like, I feel like, whoa, my stomach just growled crazy. I was like, I feel too real today because I can literally feel the pebbled leather on my steering wheel, and like that's when I know like I need to like not be in this car because I literally like I am like feeling things and realizing everything around me is real.
Too self-aware.
Yeah, I'm like too self-aware. And then I was like, it's better when I drive and I end up somewhere and I'm like, oh my God, I don't even remember getting here. Like that's what I like in my day is like my disassociative driving, but I was like not disassociating. So I was like fully present in that moment and I really didn't like it and it was scaring the fuck out of me because I was like, oh my God, I can recognize every car around me and see that there are humans in it. I really like when I like get in my car and then like 30 minutes later, I'm somewhere and I'm like, I don't even remember how I got here.
Yeah.
And that feels really good, even though like I feel like that's dangerous. And it actually used to scare the fuck out of me when I first started driving. I remember like going on my Finsta, and I don't know if you remember this, but ranting because I was like, this cannot be safe. Like I've never heard of anybody have this. But when I drive, I literally don't know like what happens, but I just end up where I'm supposed to be going. And then I'm like, oh my God, like that was like, an hour-long drive. How do I not remember anything for that hour?
It's called like street hypnosis or driver's hypnosis or something like that, where like you like will wake up after 5 minutes of driving and not realize you were just driving for 5 minutes and you're like, I could have killed everybody in this car and just not have like even questioned it. But,
I literally feel like I ran every red light. Like I was just like tailing the car behind me.
Yeah, Kai, we're like recording, so just try not to make sound.
Yeah, try not to drop the LaCroix all over like I didn't drop everything. See, that's why I don't give you anything. That's why I don't give you anything, because look at the way you treat the things I give you.
I made a small noise.
It was so loud, it actually, I think my eardrum is burst and bleeding.
From that?
Yeah.
That was so small.
It's funny how you don't apologize. You just like...
Well, that was... I usually apologize, but I'm going to push back today because I was so small.
That's not the only thing about you that's small. Yeah, I said it. Are you going to tag in on that? Or are you just too hurt?
He is skinny.
No, I didn't.
Oh, thank you. That. That's a twist.
That's a twist.
I got you. Well, I want to talk about the fucker right in the pussy guy. That was a psychological operation. What the fuck was that? How was that a thing? How did that happen so many fucking times?
So many times. Didn't it only happen once?
No, it happened.
Or was he constantly
there's
stalking the news and like doing that?
There's like an 8-minute compilation of him fucking saying that on live streams. It's the craziest vibe ever. Like, who was that guy?
No, that's not real because I thought it was just the one time.
No, there was like unless I'm like experiencing Mandela effect and quantum hackers are changing my timeline and shifting my reality, but like that happened like a bunch. Am I wrong, Kai?
Yeah, I think he got like 3 people.
Yeah, he like bodied so many people.
Oh, there's 4 of them.
I know there was like a Halloween one.
Okay, wait. I can't tell if it's a thing, but I think it's like a thing that it happened once, and then the news anchors were like, "I would have handled that better," and then like maybe it became like.
No, he
thing.
did it 100 times. Like I specifically remember him doing it multiple times.
Maybe you just watched it so many times.
No, but like.
What year was that? Like, when was that a thing?
That was like, I like turtles. That was like that era. Like post Charlie Bit My Finger viral era, post evolution of dance. That shit fucking ate.
I don't know what evolution of dance is.
Oh, that's a classic.
Are you serious?
I don't know what that is.
It was just this dude doing like different timeline or different decades of dance on stage, and like he was like really fluid and like his body would move really, like he was good at dancing. The TMZ sound. That one.
This one?
Yeah. And it's just like this old balding man that everybody is like, how the fuck is he doing this? But it's like it's not gonna hold up today. It's gonna be corny, but like back in 2008, this was the shit.
Damn, man, boring.
You didn't even watch it.
I'll watch it.
You watched literally 0.3 seconds of it and said, "Damn, that's boring," and you skipped it.
Okay. I'm gonna speed watch it.
That's not gonna translate in twice speed.
You mean that's not translating? This looks like nothing.
Yeah, because it's the OG Fortnite emote. That's where that came from. Like the it came from the evolution.
No, it did not.
No, it didn't.
Because you see how fast I was gonna pick it up to watch it?
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh my god, I need to know the reference for my culture. Like I need to know the references.
Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to briefly talk about that because like that was crazy that happened and went down, and I couldn't believe that it was going down.
Yeah, some of that had to have been fake because I don't even understand it. Like
viral video culture in general in the early 2010s was like insane. Like go watch any video that we like any what is it, Shlomo or whatever, the parody songs like snatching the people up, hide your kids, hide your wife. Shit, like go watch any of those and you'll see like how cringy we were when we were kids, and you have no right or audacity to point to the kids now and be like, look how cringy they are, like they're so cringy. No, look at what we used to fucking do and what we used to reference.
Yeah,
like,
when we were watching that Hitchhiker thing and they were showing like the auto-tune edits of it, I was like, I can't believe this was ever something that like we accepted to consume as like comedy.
Yeah,
it's like somebody just like chopping, screwing, and like making them sing the sentence. Like,
yeah, it, like literally just adding a vocoder to the voice. But yeah, that shit. Yeah, I don't know.
It's scaring you. Talk about it. Why is
it scaring
you?
I just thought about like the American Sign Language people's on stage like faking sign language. And Kai,
what the fuck was that?
Did a bird just hit the window?
I don't know, but the drawer thing opened. It rattled. Like this thing rattled.
Open
Stop!
it.
You're literally scaring me right now because this is a paranormal experience.
Open it.
I don't want to open it. There's
what
something in there.
What if it's just an animal?
Wait, are you serious right now? Because
no,
that's actually
I heard
terrifying.
it.
I heard it too, but I thought it was you hitting your mic.
No, like this rattled.
Open it. Oh my god, I'm not.
No, because there's a fucking critter in there.
Where are the men in the world?
There's probably a fucking critter in there, or a ghost, or a ghoul. Kai, be careful.
Ew, we're gonna see Kai get scared. We're gonna see Kai get scared.
Oh god.
It's probably just something falling.
Oh.
Something fell.
Yeah.
I literally thought a ghoul was in our house.
See how these men act in a situation.
I wasn't scared.
I wasn't
So
either.
scared.
I wasn't even fucking scared either. Why would you? No, this is like white people in scary movies. Like, open it, go in there. That's how you behaved. We behaved properly. Like, run away.
No, but
Don't
see how I
address the
sent
drama.
off? I'm doing my due diligence. I'm killing y'all off. I'm like, go. I'm like, you go look, go look. And see how you obeyed my command.
I will always obey a queen.
Okay.
It was the age, sex, location ghost, or the ASL, American Sign Language ghost. That's a coincidence in the timeline that needs to be sorted out. But yeah, I was just thinking
I've never answered that truthfully.
What?
But continue. ASL.
Oh.
Because I haven't
no.
been asked that since I was, but like.
You had to lie. But
I had to lie for my life.
Yeah. But I was just like thinking about like the ones like faking it on stage and just like not doing anything and like getting caught. Like, how do you hold up a lie that long? That like
That
you make
suddenly
it
you're
to like
on
Congress.
stage.
Yeah, that you make it to like Congress lying about sign language. Like, how is that possible? Who let this like person slip through the cracks?
Also, like, what does that give to you? Because that's like probably the most embarrassing, shameful thing ever to be on national TV doing. Like, literally, like knowing sign language and watching and being like, that person's faking that. Like, that's not real.
Like getting caught like up in that lie is
Do
so
you think
funny.
they like would ever get rehired?
No.
No,
Never.
Not even at like a small town like live stream.
Maybe if they never saw the video with 300 million views, but like I don't know. But like yeah, that shit was making me like freak out just now. And then also just like the sign language ladies at like rap concerts, like
who like really go in.
Yeah, like the Playboy Cardi and Waka Flocka one comes to mind immediately. I just like love that energy.
It's like security guards at concerts when they like you see them enjoying themselves at the concert and then you're like, oh, you fully were down for this job so bad because like you love music.
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like most of those security guards at venues, at least the ones I interact with, like, oh my God, like fucking evil Fran Lebowitz in New York,
Oh,
that
yeah.
one. I'm like, you're just here because like you've been here for so long and you don't give a fuck about music. But like, I love when I see like younger security guards who obviously are just like music fans and they're like enjoying themselves at the concert. And I'm like,
Not
that is so
me.
slay. But it must suck
Not
to
me.
not be able to turn to the artist because like it's kind of sad when you see a security guard in a video, like bopping their head around and like listening, but they can't look.
Yeah.
I just say like
I don't
ignore
fuck
the
with
audience.
music.
What?
I just don't fuck with music and concerts and shit. Like that shit's so boring. It's like I don't fuck with these earthly material things. Like I'm a more spiritual being and I like value connection with other
You think
humans.
music is too earthly?
Yeah.
It's like from the dawn of time of a form of like communication and art.
I don't want to
like,
bind myself to earthly.
but you can make
materials.
music and sounds via like just your mouth, so it's kind of like not even earthly.
Yeah, well, listen to all the music. What are they talking about? Love, sex, money, drugs, cheating, lying.
I mean, like, wouldn't you say that's a good thing? Because it's like kind of giving a scope into so many people's. I'm just confused. I'm like kind of confused because this has never been your vibe. So now you're like,
Yeah,
what
I switched
happened?
up recently. I just said I'm a more spiritual being.
So, but like, what? Like, how did that
Minerals
happen?
and crystals.
Drew opened Infinite Jest again.
Yeah, literally.
Dude, I saw it the other day and I literally cracked up. Like, I picked it up and I was like, who the fuck is walking out of the store with this? And then I remembered you. And you. You have that, huh?
And Josh.
See how only the men in my life have that shit?
Well, it's like philosophy.
I
for
literally
me.
don't know a girl who owns that fucking book. And I also know
Orion.
the only person I know who's finished it is Josh.
No, he didn't even finish it.
That's crazy because Josh can finish a book. Josh is like a bookworm.
It's it's literally like the worst fucking book ever written. It's just like it's like the same idea of like the sign language people faking it until they make it. Like everybody's faking like they understand this book. Like pseudo intelligence.
Also,
It's just
like from what
jumbled
everyone's
words.
described to me, it literally is classic. Like man takes shroom, realize other human have feeling,
Yeah.
and then is like, oh my god, I need to write a book about this. What the fuck? And then he did a bunch of Adderall and wrote like the longest book ever for no reason.
That's the other thing. Like
It doesn't need to be that long.
Books don't need to be that long.
Yeah,
real.
I don't think books in general need to be that long. Also, like we gotta get over it. Like Moby Dick, like stop making kids read that shit. Like I'm sorry. Like what is there to reference in that has anything to do with my life?
Moby
like,
Dick signed his soul away to the devil, like sold his soul to make it the most popular book in the world.
Yeah, because
I think
like
Don Quixote is actually the most popular book in the world.
Wait, I'm gonna look up most popular books.
It's like the Bible then Don Quixote.
That's the store in Japan.
No, but there's a book also.
Like I don't like I've never heard that. I'm not kidding. I've never heard that in my life.
It's like a really big book.
This episode is sponsored by ZocDoc. Have you ever been feeling a little sick and you realize the last thing you want to have to deal with is the stress of having to find a trustworthy doctor? Well, fret no more. ZocDoc is here. When you're not feeling your best and just trying to hold it together, finding great care shouldn't take up all your energy. No more doctor roulette or scouring the internet for questionable reviews. With ZocDoc, you have a trusted guide to connect you to meet your favorite doctor you just haven't met yet. ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. I've used ZocDoc for as long as I've lived alone now, and I always find a doctor that's right for me because it's super easy to do. You can plug in your insurance, you can plug in your location, and it's super easy to book appointments as soon as within 24 hours, which is also so helpful for someone like me who I just want to get it done quickly as possible, and I find with ZocDoc that that's super easy. Go to ZocDoc.com/intercom and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/intercom. ZocDoc.com/intercom.
This episode of Emergency Intercom is sponsored by BetterHelp. When you're at your best self, you can do great things, but sometimes life gets you bogged down and you may feel a little bit overwhelmed, or like you're not showing up the way you used to or you want to. And working with a therapist can help you get closer to that best version of yourself.
Listen, navigating any of life's challenges can make you feel unsure, whether it's a career change, a new relationship, becoming a parent. We've all got things that are on our mind and we need somewhere to go and put those things so we don't get all like boiled over and freaked out over the simple things and the things that should be making us happy. Like, why are they freaking us out? It's because we have all these unresolved things we haven't thought about.
If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists anytime you want with no additional charges. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/intercom today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/intercom.
Okay, list of best-selling books. Here we go, guys. Oh, it is Don Quixote.
See how
That's the
Damn.
second most. So it's The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas, Don Quixote, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and Return of the King.
literally farting on those books. If you put that book in my face, I will fart on it. I will never read a fucking Lord of the Rings book.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
attempt-
They literally have that shit in movie.
Yeah.
Like, there's movie magic to be seen. Like, why are you using your head?
Movie.
I would attempt to read Harry Potter.
No.
I also
no.
we had like this book club thing in my school where like if you read a book, like the longer the book was, the more points you got. I think it was called like AR. No, that's AR testing. But
AR
like,
testing is the one where you're like seeing how fast you read. And stuff.
yeah, I don't know what it was, but I like was like, oh, I'm gonna like read Harry Potter for this shit, and like you have to read the book and then take like a test on the book, and then you get points for it. I said I read all of the Harry Potter books up until that point, but I literally just like skimmed Spark Notes and skimmed the movie because I will never watch Harry Potter all the way through. Never will.
So you
I
would
ever.
maybe read the book, but you wouldn't watch the movie.
No, because it's a personality trait.
What
at
if you
this
watch
point.
it on double speed?
No,
And
like
you also have a Switch in front of you so you can play and kind of not watch it.
Genuinely, I will go the rest of my life without watching a Harry Potter movie, just so on my deathbed I can say I never consumed Harry Potter content. But I
don't fuck with that shit. I'm so sorry. Because
No.
I know some of you bitches love that shit.
No, it's the thing.
I know
That's the
it.
thing.
I know one of you bitches has that damn scarf.
I kind of get it.
Ew, God.
Kai literally does have it from the Heaven shoot. But the thing is, like, I understand it. And, like, I get why it's enjoyable and, like, whatever. But I am not becoming a part of that culture. No, ew, nasty. But I
Well, we don't want you anyway.
Well, I like the butterbeer at Universal.
Oh, yeah. What did you just say to me?
We don't want you.
Oh, the fucking nerds. You think that's supposed to hurt our feelings? Do you see what jacket I'm wearing? This represents litness and jock and slay.
Girl, no,
you
it's
are
a
nerds.
dead cheerleaders of a Catholic
From a cathedral church.
Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? What are you...
Oh.
What was I saying? Oh, Harry Potter. But I faked like I read it and then took the test and aced it and got a bunch of points towards the goal. And like at the end of the year, if you had the most points, but a fucking course, like the nerd losers won, and I like ended up getting like 7th place. But yeah, you had to take like a test to show that you read the book and understood it. But
oh yeah, that was a thing. I think that was AR reading. You had to, like, every book you checked out, you had to take a test on the book to prove you read it for the most part. Because I do remember taking tests about books I would read where it was like, when did so and so do this?
Yeah. And that's when you were looking up blue eyes, white boy with black long hair, emo boy.
Oh yeah, to call my girl out. If you
Yeah.
don't know, when I was in like 4th grade, this girl, I think I said this story before, but basically she came to us and she like was showing us a picture on her fucking like little ass phone. I was like, this is my boyfriend. He's 16. Like, he's in love with me. And I looked at it, and like, because I also had older siblings and older cousins who were on MySpace, I looked at it and I was like, bitch, that's a boy from MySpace. But I didn't say anything because I'm slick. And then when we all got to computer time, I was like, oh my God, come look at this. Like, I think I found her boyfriend. Like, what? Like, I can't Google myself and find photos. This is weird. And then I called her out for lying. And it
Honestly,
was so
respect.
unnecessary. And I should have just let her get away with it. But I had really big beef with her because I felt like she was trying to replace me in my friend group.
Damn. I had a moment like that too. And then
I remember freaking out about it. I was
know-
like, it's supposed to be 4 of us. It can't be 5 of us. Who the fuck is she? Like, I
Oh
literally
my
freaked out. I was like,
God.
I'm not having this bitch. She's a liar and she's so weird. And she was a liar.
why do we
but-
carry that into our real, like our adult life where we're like, no new friends? Like, you have to like try out.
Well,
to be
that's
my
now
friend.
because we like actually have like no emotional or mental capacity.
we have nothing
to, like,
else
speak
to give.
people.
Nothing else to give. Like, oh, what the fuck was I gonna say?
We're talking about reading.
Reading.
Also,
wrote
Catcher
you.
in the Rye, like, you don't need to read that. I'm not reading that.
Oh,
I never read it and I'm not reading it. Like, what?
In
Why
this-
do they sell that still? Okay.
in the same vein,
I mean it.
in the same vein, did y'all have like Yik Yak at your high school or
No,
like a
I remember I
confession?
downloaded it and I really wanted my high school to have it, but like since nobody used their phone the way I did, like it wasn't a thing.
So
Nobody
like,
used the internet.
did you
at
do you
my
know what
school
Yik
like
Yak
that.
was?
Yeah, but I was in college.
Woo! Damn.
I was like a sophomore. I was like a sophomore, like 2 years.
I will say, I think it was made for college students. Mainly.
Yeah, it was
Dude, I think I've said this on the podcast, but Yik Yak at UCLA was like,
vile.
it was like people fucking and stuff. And I wasn't really doing
Wait,
that.
what does people fucking mean? What is that?
Like they were posting them fucking.
Yeah, like
Wait,
it would
what
be
does
like,
that mean?
It would be like,
Oh, making love. But some people don't do it with love. They do it
'cause
for
as
like
an
lust.
Earthly, I
That's
mean, a
okay, yeah.
spiritual being.
Yeah.
I only understand love and connection, not fucking or whatever. But keep going.
Yeah, you keep going.
yeah, it would be like people getting their dick sucked and stuff. And I would like,
What's the link?
no, I don't have the link. I don't have the link. But I just remember people were like,
Dude,
oh my
there's
God,
so many
look.
videos of what he's talking about on the internet. You don't need that
Wait,
link.
Drew, do you know what porn is?
No.
He
Whoa.
is spiritually inclined. He does not know what the P word is. Don't
Prawn?
introduce that to him.
We just don't see you for like 2 weeks.
You just introduced me to my dark side. But yeah, on Yik Yak, I think I might have talked about this too as well, if you've talked about it. But it was just like a bunch of people, like exposing everybody in high school and like saying the rumors publicly so like everybody could see them. And I did not know this was a rumor about me, but apparently this was talked about. But like I was driving and getting roadhead from someone and I had a seizure and crashed. And like that was the rumor about me in high school, was that I was getting roadhead, I had a seizure and I crashed. Like that was put everywhere on Yik Yak. And it was like most liked for the day or whatever the system was, like literally insane. And then like all the other ones were so like mellow, like blah 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 cheated on blah blah blah, or like blah blah blah's dad is in jail.
Damn.
Yeah, I was homecoming king in high school. So.
Oh my god.
I can actually look that up, and I saw videos of your high school because you showed me.
Oh, okay.
And you weren't the homecoming king.
Damn. Just like that.
I lied.
It's the thing is when you lie.
At homecoming with you and 2 M's king. From masturbation. That's what you were. Homecoming king, more like at homecoming.
Okay, you got me, dude.
Be a masturbation.
Also, Kai, just for future reference, when you lie, you're supposed to say something kind of believable. Like, oh, on my way here, somebody pushed me over and I like almost got a concussion because they just saw my face and I looked pushable to them. Like, then I would be like, oh my God, I'm sorry that happened to you. That does sound believable.
I think me being the homecoming king is believable.
Yeah.
Not to me.
I'm
Yeah.
6'1".
You're not, though. We already talked about that.
Okay.
You're 5'3".
Yeah. And you're not going to lie. You're not going to use our platform to lie to them. You're not using this.
not
You're not using this
5'3".
platform
Do you
want to
know someone who's actually 6'1"? Me. 6'4", actually. I just hit my growth spurt again. Did y'all see the picture of me dunking?
Dude, that photo is crazy.
Did you see my bounce?
It looked like a still from a Pixar movie.
Yeah, I will say when I
got
saw
up.
it, I like showed it to Drew. I was like, oh my God, you like got really high.
And I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know I could jump that high. We'll
awesome.
insert it right now.
I got it. I'll write it.
You're
Yeah,
crazy.
but I have bounce. I can dunk now on regulation hoops. Like, I'm thinking about starting a basketball league with me and my friends, and like, or a team at least, and
that
joining a
team
league.
would look like shit.
Oh, we would suck.
That
so
would
bad.
suck
But
so bad.
How funny would it be?
Thinking of like you, Mason, Kai, Zamar, Christian, Josh, Lucas, and
Elisa.
Josiah on a team.
Yeah.
Oh, Elisa would have to join.
Yeah, but no, me and Mason were already
It
theorizing.
would literally be Elisa and Mason carrying.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Also,
I'm
I've
actually
never
good.
actually seen Elisa play, but she loves to brag that she can really play her ass off.
I bet she can play
But
her
I
ass
do
off.
believe it because I'm like, you were bored like that, huh? Like she said that when she first went to like
Extracurriculars.
started college, she would literally just like go to the basketball court and play with like anybody who's playing.
Yeah,
And
but
I'm like, you sound like you were that bored sometimes.
I was just telling Mason, I was like, imagine how funny it would be if like we started a team and like in an intramural league that like the audience is supposed to be 3 people, but like I blow up the spot one day and like have like 5,000 people show up and like
it's
I
like the scene from Space Jam.
exactly, but I like fuck up and
When
like
everybody comes
I
to
suck
the
at
court.
basketball. So it'd be
I
like
know.
really funny.
It's just you
Actually, no,
fucking
I
up.
am randomly good at basketball.
Okay.
No, I randomly am. I swear to God.
I heard Drew mention basketball like for the first time in his adult life, like a year. Oh, are you gonna cry?
No, I swear
Are
to
you
God.
gonna cry or throw up?
I burped. My throat fucking hurts, bro. No,
saw
fuck
your
y'all, fuck
whole-
y'all, fuck y'all.
I
I'm gonna
saw
make a
your whole
mixtape. I'm gonna
body,
make a
like-
mixtape. I'm gonna make a mixtape.
Like a diss track?
No, like a Hooper's mixtape. If you were a real Hooper, you would know what a mixtape was.
Dude.
I will
I'm a
say,
Hooper.
Drew.
I'm
okay.
elite. I'm athletic.
Drew is back to being my amnesia-driven uncle in the backseat of my car because I forgot who we were with. Was it with Josiah?
Oh, big
And
boy.
then we were driving around, and he goes, "Big boy, big boy, big boy. What is that? Is that a SZA song?" And then we were like, yeah." And then he just went silent again, and we kept talking. And he goes, "What are the? I need a big boy. I need a big boy. What are the lyrics to that?" And then we were like, "You just said them." And he was like, "Oh, okay." Went silent again, and then was like, "Wait, was that for SNL or like is that a real song?" And we were like, "Dude, what the fuck are you asking us right now?" It was literally like he kept asking things, going dead silent, like as if he was looking it up, and then asking us, and we were like, "Dude, yes."
All valid questions. Sorry, you see what happens when you silence people? Bad shit. When you don't allow people to ask questions.
What's the bad thing that happens?
Oh, just look
it's
around.
coming?
Look around.
Look around.
Look around the room. No, but genuinely look around, and I'm gonna become one of those.
Oh, and so basically he did that, and then 3 seconds later, I just hear basketball clips playing from his phone really loud. So I thought he was
I'm a
asking
hooper.
us that to look it up, but he didn't look it up. He moved on immediately and started watching basketball
Drew,
clips.
you're not a hooper. You're geriatric.
And you should kill yourself.
Oh,
Oh, I'm the bad guy now.
don't say anything. Make him feel bad for what he said to me.
And you should kill yourself.
Your name must be Billie Eilish because you're the bad guy.
Bruh. I'm the bad fly. Zzz. No, I'm seriously fucking done. I'm fucking done. All of you.
But yeah, he's back to being like the insane person. Like, because also what makes it so eerie is Drew is dead silent the whole car ride, and then that's what bursts out of his mouth, and then he gets like really silent after again.
Just wait till I kill someone.
Just wait till I blow up.
Just wait till I blow up. Roblox, the Roblox music. That's
I
not-
was never on Roblox. Dude, we're already at the point. I was at MoMA, and there was an exhibit thing for video games, and Minecraft was one of the like video games they were showcasing. I was like,
Makes sense.
wow.
It's like the world's biggest game. Damn, that was 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
When Minecraft started?
Yeah. I mean, when I started playing, because I was an early adopter.
I was an early adopter. I played the Java version.
I played like before, like you probably.
I played that one too, but I only had a Mac, and my Mac sounded like it was going to explode, so I had to get it off of there really quick.
I would play. My brother had a MacBook, one of those
The
white,
fan was like...
one of the white ones, and the screen. So this is when I had my knee surgery. My brother gave me that MacBook, and the screen was broken on it. But if you connected it like via the HDMI, they didn't have HDMI then. It was like the blue cable to like a monitor I could play. So I sat on the couch for like an entire week of healing, playing Minecraft on a broken MacBook, and it honestly was so lit. And it was so funny because like one of my really close friends didn't know what surgery was at the time, and he thought I literally was dying. So he came over with like the craziest gift basket I've ever gotten in my life. Like so much expensive shit. Like he was literally like making a wish for me. It was like a make-a-wish basket. It was like because VAT-19 was like hot shit at that time.
Yeah.
And it was all the most exclusive VAT-19 cool shit.
You
and
got that big gummy worm?
Yes, I got the gummy bear. And then later that week when I could start walking again, we microwaved it and destroyed my mom's Tupperware. She was so fucking pissed. But we microwaved it, melted it down, and made like a big giant gummy. And then I went outside and found a dead snake and dissected it on the propane tank because I wanted to see the insides of it. And my parents were like, oh my fucking God. Like, is he okay? Like, actually?
Yeah, you don't. That doesn't sound good.
Not on some serial killer shit. I just wanted to see the insides. I wanted to see how
That
its organs
is literally
work.
the story of every serial killer. I just want to see the inside.
Well, I just wanted to see like its systems. It was more of like biology. More biology, less killer instinct.
Okay.
And then I found a cicada that there was actually controversy over this when I first started the internet, but I found a dead cicada and I put it on my shoe and it was dead and I lit it on fire. It was like one photo of it on my shoe and the next photo of it on fire. And people were like, I can't believe you would kill a cicada for a bit. And I was like, it was already dead. And I was like, you need to chill the fuck out. And see, that's why I'm a more spiritual being.
Mm-hmm.
Because you were setting bugs on fire when you were a kid.
Mm-hmm. Now I don't kill bugs. There's still a spider in the hallway because I will not let him die. I just haven't gotten around to getting him yet.
I think he's dead.
You think?
I think he died in there. Because he's been in that cup for like 4 days. Are you going to cry? That cannot be you crying. Oh. You swallowed it? Fuck, I was going to say something, but see, this is what happens when I don't interrupt people because now I don't know what I was going to say because I was too busy listening. And that's why you shouldn't do that when you're in a conversation with somebody because you just forget the things you want to say. You're supposed to prioritize what you want to say, not listening.
It is so hard to have conversations with people nowadays.
Yeah, just nobody wants to let you interrupt them. Everybody
No one wants to work and no one wants to talk. Everybody wants to be on. Have you seen how kids play tag nowadays? They poke each other on Facebook. Have you seen that meme?
No.
They poke each other on Facebook. Yeah. Tag, poke, you're it.
Wow. I have nothing to say.
Oh, I got a lot to say. I was giving you your time to speak, but let me get back into my notes.
I just forgot what I was going to say, so I don't have anything to say. I'm enjoying watching you talk.
My brother saw me brushing my tongue when I was brushing my teeth, and he was like, "That's gay." And I was like, what?
That's so funny.
He was being dead serious too.
Maybe don't out him for being literally one of the dirtiest humans on the planet. Because that's crazy. To have never brushed your tongue.
Yeah, I know. It was vile. And then I was like, oh, like, do you have a tongue scraper? I can give you a second one. And he was like, no. I don't want that. And then on top of that, Nikocado Avocado lives 30 minutes away from my hometown. In the same town as...
Really? Oh,
yes. I don't want to
that's
say it out loud because I want to make a
crazy.
documentary on him. But they live in the same fucking hometown, and they're always going to Walmart down there. And like
I just can't stop coming.
I just can't stop coming. I really just can't stop coming. That's another one of those references that we say all the time that like no one knows. Like,
but maybe
Jezalavius,
it's like the select few. Like when we did the was that a good price or just whatever?
Yeah. It's for y'all. I just can't stop coming. But I think Josiah recorded that.
No, Josiah's the one who has it. Because I remember I was explaining it to someone and tried to show them, but I couldn't find it. And it was just from an IG story of his that he posted. And Josiah's just a freak. And literally anything he finds funny, he saves it to his phone. I just don't do that anymore. I used to do that a lot as like a teenager. And then I stopped because I realized I would look through my camera roll and it would be like 8 million random things that I had no actual personal connection to.
I'm so sad about my camera roll. Like ever since that meme account, like it's like 17,000 screenshots and like 3 real photos. But I feed the people, and people want to get mad at me. They want to get pissed at me when they're like, I'm the one, I'm always sending you memes. I'm always sending you videos. And I'm like, bitch, you follow my meme account with 4,000 fucking posts that I have scoured the internet and the earth for.
You say it like you don't use your iPhone 18 hours a day.
It's a hard fucking job that I do for free for people, and they don't fucking respect me for it.
I do.
Oh, you don't even like my shit anymore.
Well, I don't
no
like
one likes my
anything.
shit anymore.
I don't like anything on Instagram. It's actually really bad. Sometimes I'll go to a friend's page and I'll look through it. I'm like, I haven't liked any of their posts for like 7 months. And I was like, for some reason that feels really evil. And then I'll go through and like things. But then I'm like, now I just look like I'm like kissing ass and like trying to like get someone's attention. But it's literally like, like sometimes I'll go to Orion's page and I'm like, oh, I haven't liked a
That's
post
what I
of
was gonna
hers
say.
in
I was
so
gonna say
long.
Orion as my
Like who you like? Oh, hello! Ew, that scared me.
That got me horny, honestly.
Kai, you have Sigma eyebrows.
Sigma?
Yeah.
That's good, right?
Yeah. Do the. Yeah, you can do it. Now purse your lips. Yeah, you
Wait.
can do it.
Why can't you purse your lips and do that with your eyebrows at the same time?
I am.
No, you just it's like you had to really like.
Does this
think
look
about
good, though?
Yeah, I just got a fucking boner on screen.
Really? I'll blur it. I'll put a 1 pixel by 1 pixel blur.
I started
Because it's small.
More like a 200 by 200 pixel blur.
Still, I don't think it would be that
I
big.
meant 200,000.
Oh, okay.
right.
I need to get not a rhinoplasty, but not a nose job, because this too much. The whistling out of my nose, I've become self-aware to
You
it.
woke up this morning and said you felt a little sick and had a sore throat.
No, this is watch every single episode we've ever recorded. I remember on like the 4th episode, someone commented, it was like, I fucking love this podcast, but the nose whistling is too much and I can't watch
Dude,
anymore.
I have heard every single episode maybe at least twice, and I've never noticed
Yeah,
it.
because you're immune to it because you see me every day. But go back, listen, you'll hear it. You don't have a whistle.
No, I don't have that.
I have a whistle. It's
Maybe
because
it's
I have a
me.
deviated septum and I need my buccal fat
consider
removed.
me one of the like perfect specimens. Like a lot of people are like, wow, she's like healthy, gorgeous, big tits, awesome puss.
Yeah, the latter, yeah.
Oh.
The two.
The two last. But you don't think I'm perfect in other ways.
No, your body is damn near perfect. But I think that about every woman. If you have a boobs and a vagina, you're perfect.
Have 8 boobs and a vagina.
If you have a boobs and a vagina, you're perfect to me.
I will say you guys both have really good noses.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He's a good nose.
When
I've
I
been
was-
insecure about my beak recently. I just realized if I didn't have a big fucking face and a giant head, that I would have a giant like a giant
That's
beak for a
literally
nose.
every face. If you shrink down somebody's face, your nose would look
Yeah, but
huge.
I just have an abnormally large face and head.
No, your head is perfect for your body because I saw someone recently and I was like, damn, you have a big head. But not someone in our friend group. It was somebody else. But I like was seeing them and I was like, oh my God, you got a big head. Wow.
I'm gonna get a head reduction surgery.
Can you do that?
No.
No, because they would have to shave down your skull.
Yeah. Bullshit.
But
Fucking bullshit. It's because my brain isn't.
When
there.
I was a kid, I accidentally made my brother break his nose. That's it.
What?
We were at the park and we were riding bikes and I didn't see him coming around the corner and I didn't move, but he didn't know how to ride a bike and I should have moved and like stopped, but I panicked and I just kept going and then he veered off the path and hit his face into a tree and broke his nose.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, your brother's a fucking pussy. Because if that were me in that tree squaring up, the tree's nose would have been fucking bleeding and broken.
I don't think you know what a tree is.
I'm looking at a few right now,
Okay.
so I know what a
You're
tree
showing
is.
signs
I'm not
of, like-
fucking stupid.
I just sometimes I can't tell if you're in this reality or if you like know who you are.
It's crazy how people think I'm stupid.
No one said that. I just don't think you know you're a person.
I'm not fucking stupid. Holy shit.
He didn't say that, dude.
Oh my god.
You need to chill out.
I was accepted in an NASA space camp.
No way.
Shut up. Like
I was.
that being something you wrote down.
I actually didn't write it down. I saw something that looked like NASA and that came into my brain. I saw ASL and thought of NASA.
Why?
Because it's an acronym. They look like the fucking same.
ASL and
And
NASA?
NASA?
Yeah, like NASA's always all capitalized. It was 3 capital letters.
That's the only thing.
Oh, sorry, my brain makes insane fucking connections that y'all cannot comprehend because it's so fucking massive and there's so much space in there that it's become
That's what
like,
I'm gonna say to my kid
intelligent
when
beyond
they inevitably
intelligence.
come out like really stupid.
You're gonna call your gay child stupid?
Not for being gay, but just because they're stupid. Just how like I call you stupid not because you're gay,
Wait,
but because you're stupid.
what do you mean he's gay?
Let's get one thing gay. I'm straight.
I like that about you. I really like that about you. You're
That I'm
like-
a straight fucking masculine
And you're
man.
not afraid to put your foot down and talk over people and make them feel like nothing.
See, when I start exuding masculine energy, Kai cannot look at me. He has to look away when I look at him.
Dude,
You see? You see? You too. You
Yeah.
too.
Well, that's because you make me nervous because, like, what we just did reminded me of how good our sex life is. and it's,
Used
like,
to
really
be.
hard.
You're not putting out anymore.
Well, that's because I'm on my period. And you said you hate when I'm on my period because
Yeah, because
it's nasty
periods are
and
fucking
stinky.
nasty and stinky.
Yeah, I see. I told you. That's what you always say to me. You're like, fucking put a cork in that damn hole. It stinks and it reeks like shit. You always say that to me.
Enya changes her pad in my fucking bathroom. It smells like dog surgery.
Dog surgery is crazy. My parents, I think this is like a common thing that's told to you. My parents used to not let me eat eggs when I was on my period because, like, I don't know if this is just a Latin thing because they still do it with my little siblings, but it's like you can't have eggs on your period because it makes your period stink more. Bitch,
Yeah.
I've never done that in my adult life, and eggs don't make a difference.
Did you look into that period, like not working out on your period stuff? Because that was actually really, I was like really curious about that.
I'm gonna look into it, but it fully is a thing. Like I've looked it up just and like off basic Google searches, it's like, yeah, you shouldn't be doing like super intense workouts when you're on your period because it's basically like you're overworking for nothing. Because like your period is going to affect the way your body is like handling like muscle memory and shit. Like you're basically doing nothing for nothing, and you're gonna make your period more harmful, or like you're gonna hurt yourself. Like if you're somebody who gets cramps, you're probably just gonna give yourself more cramps.
I saw a TikTok about like a really, like this girl was like, I'm a health freak and these are like my habits, and like the very last slide was that the one you saw? No,
that was the one, because that was the girl who was like, oh, I do yoga every day and night. And then on my period I do like different workouts.
Yeah.
Well, Enya, if you're like on your period and you have to lift something, just hit me or Drew up and we'll help
just
you.
Like how y'all were so quick to open that up when you got scared. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna lift
my hand was shaking, dude.
There was a fucking
I know, you literally went like this. You're like,
how do we know there's not a critter up there and it just knocked it over?
So what? Y'all never had rats? I had rats as a kid. Not rats, but like there was like an era in my childhood home where there was always fucking mice because they would get through the netting of all the windows and then like would just get inside. And it was so annoying. And I remember like as a kid, like sneaking around to get snacks. Bitch, they were sneaking around too.
Yeah.
So we were literally fighting for the fucking floor.
The crumbs together.
We were fighting for the floor in the kitchen and they would always win because I would get so scared.
We would get mice because our cats would like go hunting in the backyard, because before our cats were inside cats, they were outside cats, and we had like a cat door installed. And they would run inside. They would go outside, catch a rat, come inside, and drop it off in our house like a gift. Like, thank you for taking care of me. Like, you're so fucking stupid. You can't hunt for yourself. So here's a mouse that I caught for you. But they wouldn't kill it because they want us to kill it and eat it. And then the mice would just run around and breed in our home. It's fucked up.
I wish I had an outdoor cat. Azul would never do that. Also, I mentioned Azul in the last episode, and I realized some people don't know that I have a cat named Azul. And I saw a comment that was like, who the fuck is Azul? Like, I didn't
and
realize.
why are they holding this human captive?
Yeah, they were literally like, oh, I thought like she was talking about holding a human until she said that it pissed all over her. And I was like, whoa, like, you're not going to touch on that? And then they realized it was a cat, but that's my cat.
I'm going to touch on that. Your clitoris.
You don't know where that is. We've talked about this. It's like a big problem.
I just said it because like, that's what people say, but me and Kai both agree that that's a myth.
I'm just confused because there's this like weird thing where y'all 100%. Say like y'all act like you like respect women.
That is us expecting women.
Expecting women?
That is us expecting women.
We do respect women. But we also are like calling out the bullshit.
We see it how it is.
But you don't listen to women who say that that's like real?
But I mean, you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Like we've done a lot of research.
Let the men do the logical thinking. Babe.
Let the men do the myth busting.
It is hurting. Like my head hurts just even from that like short conversation.
But yeah, like that's kind of life and like what's been going on, and like we're kind of just like figuring our shit out like as we go.
I'm gonna finger you out.
I'm fingering it out.
All right, well, should we get into some media? I watched this movie, Working Girls, and I actually really liked it, even though it literally took 3 days to watch.
I was about to say.
But it only took 3 days to watch because I started with Drew, and then Drew fell asleep, and then I was like, oh, okay, like, I'm going to pause it and, like, finish it with him. And I was like, do you want to finish this movie? And he was like, no. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I, like, picked it back up when we were with our friends because I was like, oh, I'm just going to play this while we, like, figure out what we're going to watch. And then everybody very obviously didn't want to finish it. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll change it. And then I changed it. And then I had to finish it alone. But it actually was really good. And that's my story. So fuck you, bitch. And then my musical media of the week is actually, I'm going to I like this song, but I need somebody to tell me what this song sounds like. It's Just a Girl by the Pale Fountains. For some reason, it sounds like a Christmas song to me, but like a Latin Christmas song, but I can't think of it. And like, maybe it doesn't sound like one and I'm just like tripping and it sounds like something else, but tell me if it does. But I also do like that song and I think it sounds very good. Drinking at a Stream. I think I already said that actually. I've already said the Do Feels thing. Run to Me by Candy Satin. Wait, I already said that too. Wow. I've been listening to the same shit as last week, so I don't think I have any.
You've also
musical
just been on such like
media.
an 80s tip in general, like fashion. Like in the last
Movies.
like week and a half that I've been with you, it's been like only 80s content you've been consuming.
I love the 80s. I've always had an affinity for the 80s because when I was growing up, my parents like really, really fucked with the 80s. So I listened to a lot of music from the 80s. But I've been on a big tip of that. And then like if I'm not listening to anything like that I've already said, then I'm literally listening to Ice Spice still. Like I'm just not like I'm in a perpetual loop.
My media is banking with Wick, Shawnee Bin Laden. I've been listening to a lot of Shawnee Bin Laden. He's really fucking cool. And then I should have been looking. Bass Down Low by Dev. I like my beats fast and my bass down low. Bass down low. Also, I have been wanting to make music like Crystal Castles since the first time I've heard them. What's the guy's name? Fuck him.
The bad guy?
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, the canceled guy.
Yeah, just want to make that very clear. He sucks balls, but
Their music is so good.
their music is fucking awesome. And then
I think that he didn't even make the music. The guy that got canceled.
he
it's
was
like-
just an evil entity.
I think his brother or something made the music.
That's
That's
so
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah. And he was just like,
The face.
yeah.
That is crazy. Gretel by Alex G. Kind of been liking recently. You showed me that song, Kai. And then this is the one. Thinking of You, Thinking of Me, Bogdan. I can't say his last name, but you'll find it if you look it up.
Brzezinski?
Yeah. That fucking person is amazing. I love their music.
I want to go to a record store. That's all. That's it. That's what I was gonna say.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'd be down. I want to go back to a CD store, but I have a list of
Not Amoeba, but like
yeah, or something a little different. Maybe even Amoeba, but I have like a list of like 200 albums that I want to collect on CD before like the end of the year, which like that is so unrealistic because that is so much money and I won't do that. But
if they're like older albums, but not super, if they're not all super cutty, CDs are really cheap. That's like the only reason I really started my collection is because unless you're looking into like soundtracks or like really like specific albums, they're usually easily like accessible. We need to go to Book Off because that's where you're gonna get CDs
The
for
cheap
$1.50 a
fucking
CD. Wow.
blowing up the spot. But Book Off, yeah, is fucking lit.
Kai's trying to start a fire in our house. He just played
Did
with
he
the
just
stove knobs.
turn up the propane?
Don't
Does
worry
he have
about
a lighter right now? Kai, don't light that.
Don't
light that.
Not
Give me
even as
one
a
fucking
joke.
reason.